Of course, Liechtenstein does not have a king, but at least there is a non-reigning queen from the house of Wittelsbach and is therefore of royal blood. And of course a prince, hence the Principality of Liechtenstein. And that is astonishing, because all other Alemannic states have managed to exist without a national prince since the middle of the 20th century at the latest. Why, where, and since when does the Principality of Liechtenstein actually have a monarch, and what power does he have? But first let's clarify what a prince actually is. Let's go way back in history. The nobility has existed for thousands of years. We also know, for example, the legendary three holy kings who celebrated their feast exactly a month ago to the day. But we especially know the nobility of the Middle Ages, with their knights. Since the 19th century at the latest, we have been very familiar with kings and princesses from Grimm's collected fairy tale world. And nowadays, of course, the nobility from the colorful press is a guarantee of sales. Just think of the marriage, funeral and coronation in the British royal world. But what was the role of the nobility in the Middle Ages? The feudal system had a giving and receiving function. The nobility was supposed to ensure the protection of the population. In return, the subjects carried out military service, labor and taxes. That sounds a bit one-sided. And what does it look like in Europe today? The nobility was largely abolished in the wake of the Enlightenment, or at least reduced to largely insignificance thanks to an appropriate constitution. As a rule, the nobility only has a ceremonial function or a symbolic one as a link between parts of the country that are diverging from one another. However, there are two exceptions: the Pope, who has almost absolutist power, and the Prince in Liechtenstein.